Welcome to Dan the Cleaning Man channel, where we help you build and grow a successful commercial cleaning business.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Dan the Cleaning Man channel. I have a special guest here. His name is Miles Pollok. He's been in the janitorial industry, and a combination I'll let him expand out on that, but over 2 decades. I don't want to go too far with that, Miles. But yes, he's been a fantastic partner of mine and several of my colleagues. And when I first came in the industry, he was instrumental in kind of getting me up to speed in the different chemicals, pads, equipment. There's so much more that I learned from Miles when I first got in the industry. So anyways, I want to go ahead and pass it along to Miles to extend that introduction. And if you want to add on to that, Miles, do it.
My name's Miles Pollok, and I work for a company called HD Supply. And I started in this industry. Matter of fact, I've been here 36 years through acquisitions of other companies. The HD stands for Home Depot. We're owned by the Home Depot. And I've been selling janitorial supplies and paper products and consumables to anywhere end users to janitorial contractors for the last 36 years. I've been very blessed with a good company to work for and some great customers to work with.
Absolutely.
And hopefully I'll keep doing it for a while.
Yeah, no, Miles, and before it was HD, you were, yeah, kind of expand out on that. All the different companies you went through.
I started working for a company called Lind Paper, Lind Paper Company, and we were acquired by a company called Paper Supply. Paper Supply was acquired by another company, and they called it JanPak, JanPak, Janitorial and Packaging Supplies. They were acquired by Interline Brands, which is a part of AmSan Janitorial, and about 10 years ago, Home Depot acquired us, and they call us HD Supply. And it's been a great path. Sometimes acquisitions are scary, but all 5 or 6 of them have turned out great for me and just helped me and my customers provide janitorial supply solutions.
Awesome. And so that's what I was going to ask you, how them acquisitions went for you personally. Was they pretty smooth, or you had ups and downs with them?
Well, it's like anything, Dan. I mean, anytime there's change in industry, in your people you report to, in ownership, it's going to be a bumpy ride. You just have to, the glass is half full. And approach it that way and tackle it the best you can. Yeah, there were some bumps, but after all the bumps, it's all turned out very well. And we're on smooth sailing. I'm sure there'll be some other bumps, and we'll just tackle them as they go.
Yeah, that's all you can do. And I got to give it to you, Miles. That's a lot of acquisitions through the process that you had worked through. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of turnover through the acquisitions too.
Kind of, but not really. I mean, we're delivering. All 6 of those companies were delivering cardboard boxes to the customers. And yes, there's a lot of people out there that deliver cardboard boxes. And my job as a sales consultant is to make sure we deliver the right or the correct cardboard boxes that work best for you and your company.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. All right, we'll jump into the questions. So the first question I have for you, Miles, is what is the number one time-saving tool or product that most business owners overlook when managing their janitorial supplies?
We could talk on that one forever. In my opinion, the biggest time-saving tool is the technology that's available to you guys, whether it's the internet, my personal website, and the value that we bring. But yeah, in my opinion, the biggest tool that building service contractors can use is embrace technology as it comes. Sometimes it's easy as using the correct item to clean. I mean, you're cleaning a desktop with glass cleaner, or are you cleaning with multi-purpose cleaner? And my job and the janitorial supervisors to make sure that they use the right tools. As far as time saving, it's embracing the technology. You guys want to be cleaning buildings. You don't want to be ordering supplies. We make it easy for you. We have a web. You go on, you place your order, and the product arrives the next day. You go on with cleaning a building and not worrying about when your cleaning supplies are going to be there. And you also have a rep and a company to back you up to make sure we're, like I said, getting the right supplies to you guys so that you guys can perform your job the best of your ability. So technology would be the biggest time saving. Embrace it.
And you've been pretty good in regards to yeah, we have our normal cleaning supplies that we order, and then you always say, hey Danny, hey, there's this new product out there. It's making a difference. It's a productive tool. You want to try it out. And, I'm always interested in kind of trying things out, see how it benefits our teams and so forth.
You have to embrace change.
Yeah.
And you have to embrace change that'll bring value to your company and your property manager's company. I mean, if we never embrace change, heck, we'd still be using powdered hand soaps in restrooms. You know what I mean? The old Baraxo hand soaps. We would have automatic foaming hand soaps in restrooms.
No.
So, yes, you have to embrace change.
No. And hey, by the way, you just brought it up. We're going to hit that. I know it was not one of my questions, but I want to pop back around on that one. The hand dryer compared to the paper towel. So, all right. So what's the craziest customer request or use case you have heard for a product you supply?
That's a great one. The craziest? Well, as a sales representative that sells facility maintenance and facility, anything that's in your building, in your facility, from light bulbs to anything, the craziest request I've ever got, believe it or not, I sold a condom machine one time. They was an odd customer, but they're providing feminine care product machines and so forth in the restroom. They wanted a condom machine, and believe it or not, Hospital Specialties, a company that we represent, sells condom machines. Yes.
Wow.
And the replacements. That was probably 10 years ago, but they bought a case of condoms. They keep it. I guess they have a great company to work for or something. I guess. I don't know. That would have to be the craziest things I've ever sold, though.
Well, and I got a couple facilities that involved in the condom world, and yes, they probably need to buy some dispensers for their walls because they got them in baskets there at the front.
Oh, God, really? Wow.
All right. If you could recommend just one product to instantly boost efficiency for a small janitorial business, what would that be and why?
If I had to have only one product to sell, and I hate to single it out because we sell 50,000 different SKU items, 50,000 items.
Ton.
But if there's one item that you guys are graded on, our janitorial cleaning contractors are graded on, is the cleanliness and smell of a restroom. It's something y'all fight every day. We sell a product, and it's been Spartan Chemical makes a product called NABC. And I hate to use the word everybody, but it's a very, very, if they took that product away from me to sell, I'd have some customers selling. That's probably my number one product that boosts efficiency. It cleans well. It's non-acid. It's not going to hurt anything. You can clean your restroom, your countertops. Heck, people mop floors with it, and it leaves a great scent in your restroom. That's probably my number one go-to product. Tons of other below it, microfiber rags, microfiber cleaning tools, but probably NABC from Spartan Chemicals, the number one item we sell.
So how would you, and I don't want to put you on the spot because I know you gotta keep a clear line there, but Diversity Crew.
That's a great product also. It doesn't have quite the smell or the pick-me-up that NABC has. And Danny, in your industry, you've got a guy or an employee that's cleaning toilets at midnight.
Right.
We're going to give him the product that he wants to use. If he likes Crew, you're probably going to buy him Crew because he's going to do a better job. He's going to be more confident doing his job, cleaning with the tool and the product that he wants. There's no one cookie cutter item for every building service contractor. I mean, when you think about it, if a guy is digging ditches, he's digging holes, and he wants a long shovel instead of a short shovel, you're going to give him the long shovel.
Absolutely.
Because that's the one he's going to do the best with and he's going to be happy with. So most contractors love that product NABC. They like cleaning with it. When they leave the restroom door, when they leave that facility, they know that the next morning that property manager is going to come in and be happy. It's clean. It smells clean too.
Well, and the property managers love it.
Correct.
Oh yeah. They jump in and, hey man, the bathroom smelled great this morning. So yeah, I tend to agree with you on that. What is the common mistake business owners make when they're buying equipment or supplies in bulk? And how can they avoid it?
We can probably address, first of all, with the equipment. When a building service contractor has a large facility and he needs to buy a big piece of cleaning equipment, that's a big asset.
Yes.
It's usually a big purchase.
Right.
You can buy you equate to automatic scrubbers, $3,000 or $4,000. Biggest mistake I see is the customer buys it and they fail to maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
They fail to store it properly, and they fail to maybe train the end user properly on how that machine is going to help you or help him clean that facility, and it's going to save him time, energy, and money. So the biggest mistake I see is, like I said, the training and the basic maintenance and going over that. And of course, my company does. We sell all kind of cleaning equipment. Myself as a distributor rep, I rely on the manufacturer's rep. We call the manufacturer rep in there. Let him do a training for your guys, the guy that's operating that machine, so that he knows how to maintain it, how to store it, how to clean it. What are some items that are wear out items that are going to wear down, how to replace them, stuff like that. So that's a common mistake. A lot of people buy a $10,000 scrubber and they use it for 6 months and they put it in the closet. They forget about it. That's $10,000 sitting there wasting time, As far as buying in bulk, I've used this line a lot. I mean, it's not produce. It's not going to spoil.
No.
If you want to buy in bulk, sometimes you can get a better price, but you probably want to use the right, it depends on storage. If you have enough storage for a lot of product, yeah, use your buying and buy more. It's something that guys make. They either buy too much or not enough, or they fail to get on a buying frequency plan.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, going back to your question, and I've seen it at a building. I don't want to divulge too much because I work with, but I walked in the auto scrubber that I purchased a long time ago. It was two Clarks walk behinds. Looked like they have not been touched in a while, and they were just sitting there. And you know how expensive them things are.
They're not cheap.
No, not at all. So, and then what auto scrubbers? Going back to what is your number one selling auto scrubber right now? Walk behind.
We work with 3 major suppliers or manufacturers. The one being Nilfisk, Nilfsk, and they make advanced floor machinery. They also own Clark. They make our renowned private label. They make Viper.
Yeah.
We also work a lot with Tenant floor scrubbers, or for lack of a better word, more the Cadillac. However, it's my job as a rep to find the right fit for the customer, for the end user. I mean, why buy a $10,000 scrubber when a $1,000 one will work and get the job done for them? But we work with 3, one being Nilfisk, like I mentioned, Tenant, and Karcher Floor Equipment. They all have local representation. Like I said, to avoid the mistake, they'll go out there and show and train your people how to use that machine and get the best efficiency out of it.
Awesome. And then is the renowned one becoming more popular, Viper or Advanced? It's a hit and miss kind of thing.
It's got it has more of a cost advantage.
Yeah.
And it's usually on our floor. And not to demean your industry, but sometimes you guys decide you need it right away.
Right.
What do you have today? SWAT selling, sell what's available today. but my job and your job is to make sure we try to get the right one in the guy's hands. And we may have to do what's available today or what we can get, whether he has a demo unit we can get to you and stuff like that. I also see a mistake is sometimes cleaning contractors yourself, sometimes you can pass some of that on to the end user or your customer.
Correct.
And you may see that or may not. In other words, we're going to make an investment to clean your facility. We're spending a lot of money. Is there a cost plus, or will you help share in that cost? Or will we make that machine yours and we'll use it and sell it to the property manager instead of the contractor?
Yeah, no, I mean, when it becomes, they request vapor cleaning or disinfecting static.
Yeah. Electrostatic.
Yeah, that is something we pass along to the customer because if that's a requirement of the scope of work, then that certainly needs to be passed along. So, all right, what is the most innovative product for the janitorial industry that's available right now? Because we've jumped into an AI world, and I don't know if you're going to go down that route, but
I think it is. I had a mill rep the other day, a manufacturer's rep, Kimberly Clark, say, "Why are you looking at that? All you got to do is talk into this machine. They'll give you all your answers." But one of the most innovative things that I see, it's here now, it's probably not prevalent in your industry, is the autonomous floor cleaning equipment.
Okay.
Robotics for I know we go to Sam's Warehouse. You probably go to Kroger. or any large superstore and you see that machine cleaning the floor and there's nobody riding it, there's nobody operating it. And, 4 or 5 years ago, when autonomous floor cleaning equipment started emerging, the first question we asked when a customer asked was, when they asked about it, would you have $80,000 laying around? Because that's what you're going to pay, not only for the machine, but the computer programming and everything. It's a large, large investment. But think about it. You can sit there and program your phone, watch on your phone, an automatic scrubber cleaning and mopping and maintaining floors while that person's out doing something else, either stocking shelves or cleaning toilets or replacing toilet paper. I see that as in the next, I don't know, maybe you and I think we'll still be around, just getting bigger and bigger. We've seen those automatic vacuums in our homes, but I can see that coming towards the building service contractor anytime now. And I do know that we're going to probably get some demo equipment of real smaller type scrubbers, vacuums to clean floors that are more in the $5,000 to $10,000 range, not the $80,000 range.
Yeah.
That's innovation and technology that's coming. Heck, my son, I'll tell you this story. He got in a driverless Uber in California.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't, think about it. I mean, they can program a car to take you to the hotel or from the airport. Well, they're going to be able to program vacuums and automatic scrubbers to clean your floors.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I see as the most innovative stuff that's coming around right now. There is some other stuff in air care that's coming out, like air diffusers and air purifiers. We rep Vectair. They got one of the coolest things in the world. It's in its infancy stage, and as you know, most things in its infancy stage tend to have a higher price tag on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that's where I see autonomous floor cleaning equipment is probably going to bust loose very soon. I know I didn't get to attend the ISSA this year, but I talked to several people, and it was all over the floor in Vegas.
I'm sure. And the deal is, it's so there you can't really decide. You can't really make sense of the return investment on it right now. Yes, it's great. However, the return investment and what customer that I put this machine in that I will maintain that return investment.
Right,
And
right. And are you going to replace a full-time employee with it? That's basically what it's going to come to.
Absolutely. Right now, they're above that. It's a little steep, and that's something, as you know, we've both seen it. When something, pops on the industry and it blows our mind, it's like, hey, that's going to be a great product. However, it's too expensive right now, but they continue to improve it and the cost gets cheaper as it comes in. And that's when we dive in and take advantage of it. And so hopefully that's going to come down the line here shortly.
To tell a joke or whatever, I call it a whistling gopher. Do you know what a whistling gopher is?
I think I've heard this story.
When you tell a customer and they love the product, they love it, and they say, that's great, what's it go for? And you tell them and they go, anyway, sorry to venture off on you there, but that's what it is now. I don't think it will be that way as the years go by. People are going to embrace this technology and innovation.
Yeah, I mean, but the margins are so tight out there in janitorial, and you got to make it make sense. And on top of that, you have to have somebody managing that, maintenance, everything else to keep them things running, rock and rolling to get the best return of value.
Because if he's going to go sit in the break room and monitor it, heck, you might as well just let him do it.
Yeah, you go clean a window while it's scrubbing the floor. Yeah, so. Well, awesome. All right. So how was the demand for the eco-friendly supplies impacted your recommendations over the year? I know we went down that road, I know, several decades. So
I'm sure when you say eco-friendly, you're referring to the word green.
Yes.
As a supplier, we rely on third-party certifications. So when a product comes out, whether it's Diversity, Stride, or Renown, all-purpose cleaners or whatever, there's a third party that certifies that. Either they use a third party, typical one is Green Seal. That's probably the biggest one. Eco-friendly, forest certified, 10, 15, probably even 20 years ago, that the word green, a lot of products weren't. Yeah, believe it or not, Danny, almost all the paper products we sell have some sort of eco-friendly, EPA compliant, and that's what most companies, in other words, some talent tissue items have 20% post-consumer waste. that meets EPA compliance. Kimberly-Clark will even go the next step. They'll get Green Seal to certify it, or they'll use FSC. It's marketing. It helps them sell product, but it's one of the greatest values of our company, and we preach it in every sales meeting, is I'm told to do the right thing. So the right thing has come about. We're using almost all the paper products are eco-friendly. A lot of the cleaning supplies are too, believe it or not. Stride, glass cleaner, eco-friendly, Green Seal certified, eco-certified. So if somebody was to tell me 10 or 15, 20 years ago, yeah, it was a lot of work, but now, believe it or not, almost all products right now have some sort of certification as to be eco-friendly. Think about it. You're not going to go out and make products that aren't eco-friendly.
It's not in the best.
The disinfectants are still have a way to go because they kill bugs, but there's some disinfectants that are getting some eco-friendly certifications right now too.
And I know I needed to lean on you initially on our buildings to be a third-party auditor when we was doing LEED certifications for commercial buildings, and then in turn I went and got my level 2 operation LEED ICE certification, where I could, be a third-party auditor myself for other companies, and so yeah, that was certainly, it's a costly endeavor to go through all that, but going into getting these certifications for these buildings and motivating.
You could probably help me answer that question. Are most properties right now, or are they USGBC? Are they still? It seems it kind of faded away over the last 2 or 3 years, it seems.
I personally have seen it kind of start fading away. I mean, there's still interest there, but the ROI on that, I don't know if they're seeing that, and that's why it's kind of straying away, but I might be wrong. But I've seen it in the building. It's not an interest, or that's not their focus right now. They got improvements of their buildings, but I mean, you can get LEED certified, making them improvements on your building too.
Right.
It's just the drive of the owner of them building and what they want to do.
And it's to get their customer, they lease more office space probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a financial.
Absolutely, it's a huge difference there. So, what are the top 3 tips for a new
Thanks so
business?
much for watching part 1. We've had an amazing conversation so far, but trust me, there's even more you won't want to miss in part 2. It's dropping this Wednesday at 6 p.m., so mark your calendar and come back to check it out. See you then! Thank you for watching Dan the Cleaning Man channel.